Did you guys get a lot of awesome shit done? Did you do something that you wanted to do? Or did you just sit around on the couch and do nothing? If that's what you wanted to do, more power to you. As long as you got something to show for it, I guess. Really? I don't really care what you do. You do whatever you want to do, as long as it doesn't affect me. I show we have one person on board. What's up? There's a delay here. It tends to be about 30-second delay. How are you? How are you? Gary Staley, what's up, my man? How are you? How was your weekend? Never mind. I know your weekend was awesome. You're a doer. You get shit done. There's evidence of it. There's evidence of success, always. K86. Is that Scott? Chuck Peoples, what's up? Hot Rod Outdoors, what's up? What's Hot Rod Outdoors do? Charlie Wood, what's up? Byron Roberts, how are you? Keith Litz, what's going on? Philip Strother. Yoder, what's up? How are you guys? I learned a few things this last storm. Not the one just now. I learned that bring these inside, otherwise the ignitions will freeze and you can't turn them on. Byron Roberts, Yoder, good morning, good evening, what's up? Rich Smith, how are you? 23 people on board here, what's going on? What do you want to talk about? What do we want to talk about tonight? Ordered pocket slide, micro rig last night. Right on. What color micro rig did you order? What color pocket slide? Motivating videos. Sadat. I'm sure I'm slaying your name, buddy. I make the videos I want to hear. If I could get up in the morning at 4:30 and somebody had made a video waiting for me at 4:30 that morning, I would just watch their videos. But they're not there. That's not to say there's not dudes doing awesome shit. There is. But not on a regular basis. Not on a daily basis, there's not. Pocket slide today for Leatherman and Zippo work great. It does. Keeps them from rattling. Keeps them from getting scratched to shit. Keeps them flat in your pocket. Make sure bell notifications are on. That's how I found you were on. Thumbs up, everyone. Tinker Garage. Thank you, man. What do you do at Tinker Garage? I got 31 people on board right now. I only have 23 thumbs up. Come on. Fucking push that little button on that device you're holding. Let go of your cock and take the dick hand and push the little fucking thumbs up button. Come on. I had lots of hiking and camping videos. YouTube took pretty much everything. Isn't that fucking nuts, man? And why would they do that? That's this, you know, when we converted to a business account from our normal account, hoping to grow more, right? We had 25,000 subscribers, which we still only have 25,000 subscribers. I've been at 25,000 subscribers for over 7 years now. It's never grown. So in doing that, we were able to monetize, right? So we could do super chats, which we have not ever turned on. We lost all of our comments. If you go back and look at any of our videos, everybody's comments are there, but it looks like we're an asshole because we never replied to any of them. It literally deleted every post we had ever made, comment-wise. Last time shaved the goatee. I don't know, a couple years ago. If I cut it off completely right now, it would be just like this in less than a year. It would look just like this in about 6 months. Multicam black pocket slide, OD green black webbing micro rig. OD green black webbing micro rig. Robert, you should not have been able to order it. I hate to tell you, I don't think I have that. Unless, well, if you ordered a left hand, I do. If you ordered a left hand, I do. Tinker Garage, let's collab. Tinker Leatherworks. Got my big box multicam black, red thread, large. Oh, those are nice, aren't they? Aren't they nice? Ron Most, what's up, buddy? Chuck Peoples, what's going on, man? The no rattle is the best part. Not sure what we're talking about. Are the stand-up bags selling good? Oh, I'm sure they are. Sure they are. Oh, no rattle on the pocket slide, yeah. Because some of those fucking Zippo lighters are really nice, right? Some of them, you could really damage them. Galactic Moonshine, what's up? I take it you do moonshine. What's going on? Well, yes, Lefty, no, awesome, man. We're not going to have that green thread which you obviously know since you ordered it custom on the pocket slide. However, it'll get built up. So we've not made any of these stand-up bags because we just put them up for sale Thursday, Friday. I have samples right here, and I haven't even looked at the numbers, man. I won't even look at the numbers. They'll come to me Monday morning, probably tomorrow, and go, hey, we've got this many of this. Give me the extras you want to build on them. Dual pistol mag pouches in stock. If you got to ask, buddy, I probably don't have the one you want. So if time is a concern, order it how you want it and put in notes, hey, I will take any color you have closest to this. And my guys will pick whatever we have closest to that, and we will put it in a box and ship it to you. If you need it faster than that and you need that special color, I would tell you order it someplace else. Because the deal is, like, if we have to have the conversation, you obviously are in need of it. So I would buy it someplace where you can get it, which you're probably going to find nowadays you can't get it anywhere. Like, you're going to have the same situation. You have the perception that you will order from places and they have it to ship you, but they don't have it. Charlie Wood, dual pistol mag pouches in stock. PA, nurses at work, digging multicam black EDC pouch hangs around my work pants. That's fucking awesome. Right on. Will Carrot, what's up? What's up? What's up? Josh Winnie, what's going on? How are you? Hey, if you're in any of our closed groups, share this out. There's a button while you're watching this where you can share it, and it'll put it on your Facebook page. And then when you go to your Facebook, you can share this into a group. So if you're in some gear group, which I know every fucking one of you are, or you're in a Toyota or a Jeep group, or you're in a Razor group, or a dirt bike group, whatever fucking groups you're in, bushcrafting, share this video in there so those guys see that we are live right now and we can come in and have some conversations. If you only had one vehicle, what would it be? If I only had one vehicle, I probably wouldn't give a shit what it was because I'd be glad to have the vehicle. But it's like a tool, right? If I could only have one tool, what would it be? What would be more useful? You can't answer that. Would it be a fucking Phillips screwdriver? That'd be awesome as long as you only had Phillips screws, but what if you needed a flat blade? What if you needed an adjustable crescent wrench? Or what if it was a hammer that you needed? And that's how vehicles are. Those are tools, and they have different applications. Right? So if I could only have one, it would definitely be probably a truck because I would need the truck to be able to haul things with. If I had more choices, it would be a four-wheel drive. Are we going to do any turkeys this year? I don't know. We'll probably do some turkey. The problem we have is I grow all this shit, we kill it all, but we don't ever eat it. I'm at the point right now where I know how to make it. I know how to grow it. I know exactly what we need to do. I have all the equipment to process it. We grow it out. We never fucking eat it. We don't ever sit around and plan a meal. Typically when we're going to eat, we've got dudes here that cook. We have a lot of leftovers. So if we're in a hurry to eat, it's rare that we even eat together. Amanda will eat whenever she wants to eat. I'll eat whenever I'm going to eat. We might be in the kitchen at the same time, unless otherwise we're like, let's go eat someplace. Because we are here so much, it's kind of an escape to get out of here and reset for a couple of hours. So we don't really eat out of the freezer, and we never eat out of the freezer, I should say. Everything we eat is fresh. Like we have never taken, I've got 72 chickens in the freezer. I've never pulled one out and defrosted it and planned a meal. Every time I've defrosted any meat, we've never eaten it. Something else always happens and changes. People get frustrated when they want to hang out, right? My friends, they want to see us. Like if you want to see me, you better be here 9 to 5 Monday through Friday, because all those other hours, I'm still doing the same shit, but I'm doing it at a much more rapid speed and people can't keep up with me. Do you can anything? We do. Yeah, we do can stuff. Yeah, we've been canning quite a bit. Had the chicken out free ranging in the yard, and the flock of wild turkey came in and hung out right on. So the media would have you believe that the government's going to have to come around now and kill all your chickens because they've been exposed to wild birds. They have this huge thing going on, especially over in Europe and some in the United States. Bird flu, right? Chickens have been exposed to bird flu. So if you're going to keep poultry for your own benefit, you have to keep it in a inside enclosure in a manner that cannot be exposed to wild birds. I think it's horseshit. Same thing with the rabbits. Your rabbits, oh my God, your rabbits can't be exposed to wild rabbits. And now they're saying the same thing about pigs. They're saying that pigs and bovine, I believe, have been infected, and they've been showing cross-contamination from birds, wild birds, right? Songbirds and shit. I personally believe it's horse shit, and it's to make you more reliant on the grocery store. Because all the stuff that is shut down, meat producer-wise, all the major four, they're not shut down. Only the ones that affect, they're trying to put all the little guys out of business. Same thing the last 2 years with the virus, right? Why was Home Depot, Lowe's, Walmart, right? Amazon, why were they allowed to operate, but all the mom and pop grocery stores had to close down? There's a big class going on in town right now for fighting pistol. And I was told that they weren't all, they usually go to the Mexican restaurant or they go to one of the local restaurants, right? I was told they were not going to because you can't have a party of more than 10 because of the virus. Well, what the fuck does that matter? Because the restaurant's still at full occupancy in the fucking town, right? There's still 100 motherfuckers in there eating, but you can't have an 11th friend at your table with you. It's just horse shit. It's fucking horse shit. I believe I'm going to bite the bullet on a Harvest Right freeze dryer. Oh, you won't regret that, man. Pushing green meat. Yeah, they're pushing. Why would they do such a thing, right? Why would they push a synthetic meat? They've told you for years. There's been all these polls and shit. Burger King, Wendy's, even KFC now has a meatless meat, right? It's just like the real thing. You can't tell the difference. Well, if that's the case, I'm definitely never eating at your place, because if it's that fucking similar, at what point are you just going to change it and not tell us, right? Because it's soy. All that is soy-based. When you hear people have a poultry allergy, or hear people can't eat eggs, it's not the eggs they're allergic to. It's the soy that they feed those animals. So we're not doing that shit. Why is male impotency up, right? Why is male tit meat up, right? Why are they growing breasts? Why are young girls having menopause? It's all the soy. Everything, whether you give your kid soy or not, whether you know it, if you're going to the inner aisles of the grocery store, you are giving your kid soy. The only way around it is only the outer aisles of the grocery store, right? Dairy, produce, meat, the outer circle, right? And even then, they're feeding all those animals. Every one of those fucking animals is getting finished with soy, if not all the way through. Impossible Burger has 3 grams of estrogen. Sounds delicious. The Impossible Burger, I thought it was way more than 3 grams of estrogen. The Impossible Burger, I heard, had one Impossible Burger had the allotted estrogen that a male is supposed to have in an entire month. I thought that was the case. Maybe it's a week. Estrogen causes kidney cysts to grow. Doc said cut out all soy. A real doctor would tell you not to have any soy in your diet at all. Impossible Sushi. Harvest freeze dryers on the list of items to purchase this year. Travis, where's it on the list? What's holding you up from just buying it right now? Because if you bought it right now, you're probably still not going to see it for 6, 8, 12 weeks even. So then you split your party of 20 into 2 groups of 10, but you're right, it's bullshit. Absolutely, it's bullshit. I don't give my money to places that play those games. I don't care who told you to, because even when everything was closed down, I was still walking into restaurants and sitting down. I was one of 2, maybe 3 parties in the entire restaurant. The restaurants were open. They just weren't open to you motherfuckers. They're open to the right clients. Chipotle, plant-based. Putting the soy in Soylent Green. There's several products out called Soylent Green now. I have a local butcher right down the road. When I get most of where I get most of my meat, fresh meat, pay a little more. Yes. So Chuck, have a conversation one-on-one with your butcher. He will tell you that the FDA makes his life fucking miserable. the FDA rep, all those horrible things you hear about the ATF coming into gun shops, the FDA is way worse than even that to butcher shops. Just paid the house off. Fucking awesome, Travis. Yeah, a harvest right said at least 12 weeks. And you're about to see that probably jump, man. Especially with the materials and fucking shortages on shit. Those things have computers in them. Like usually when a dude says it's on the list or I'm waiting or whatever, you're going to find yourself probably disappointed. Like if you want one of those and you have the means to do it right now, just fucking do it. And anybody that thinks they want a greenhouse right now is the time to buy one. Farmer's Friend, that's what we have here on the property. They turn their website off all the time. Like you can't even do any business with them for fucking 6 weeks. And then they open the site up for a couple days and then they're fucking pre-sold already. Like things are getting worse and worse and worse. Like it's starting to show in normal ass grocery stores. Like you go to the grocery store and they have like 10 packages of meat in the entire fucking grocery store. We went to Sam's Club Thursday night, Friday night, Thursday night maybe, I don't know. Just to see, because I heard people talking about it and we hadn't really seen it in our demographic. And they didn't have fucking any meat at Sam's Club. They didn't have any 50-pound bags of rice. They have junk. They didn't have shit we bought. Real meat, right? They have plenty of packages. You want potato chips, candy, and snacks? They got all that bullshit. Buying seeds now, Damien. So rareseeds.com has a beautiful catalog. Beautiful. It's Baker Creek Seed. Follow them on Instagram. Beautiful stuff, man. Can't go wrong. I buy seeds from them all the time. I asked him about a few weeks ago after it was mentioned in one of their live streams. He said it keeps getting worse and worse. Said last 2 years, FDA has been ridiculous. It's been horrible, man. I have a friend opened a butcher shop, and he literally said, I'm not dealing with the FDA. You know, when he built his butcher shop, he had to build in an office for the FDA. You have to have a space in your building where they can come anytime unannounced and just sit in your fucking facility. He stopped selling direct to the public. He has more customers that will bring their cows in and do full processing where he doesn't have to. It's only if you're selling meat by the cut. Weird, right? It's only if you're in a position where it fucking competes with the local Walmart. That's really what it comes down to. The lobbyists, who lobbies the FDA to make all these crazy regulations and shit? And if you track it all back, it's the big money guys. It's the fucking big box stores. It's not ever about, it's not about a human being getting sick. It's about the money coming out of their pocket. Because if you don't shop at the Walmart for your steaks, you're also probably not going to walk into the Walmart for your lettuce and your fucking carrots and shit. Friends have got 2 huge greenhouses with government grant money. The only problem with, so that's an NRCS grant. Great program. You have to grow in the ground. It can also not be a heated or can't have any electricity running to it. That is only for crop extension, season extension. And I believe they stipulate also what you can actually plant in there. But it has to be in the ground. That means you can't have any racking in there for raised beds. You can't put aquaponics in there. You can't fucking put your chickens in there in the winter. You can't, well, you probably could put chickens in there in the winter. But you have to, there can't be a floor in there. It has to be actual growing medium, and you have to actually grow in the floor. You can also not have a double wall system or any electricity run to it for NRCS. And they don't pay for all of it. The other thing that people don't tell you with that is you have to buy that. They don't ever fucking write you a ticket. They don't fucking pay for it. You pay for it. They reimburse you for some of it. Found a ton of commercial greenhouses for sale. There always is, Jen. Always. Here's your problem. You got to go in and take them motherfuckers apart. Can you do it? Sure you can. You could do it with a fucking screw gun, a DeWalt, and probably a 3/8 impact, maybe a 5/16, socket bit. Just take a socket set and an adapter for your impact, DeWalt or Milwaukee, whichever color you like, and take a couple friends and take some scaffolding or a truck bed you can get in, because you can drive the truck through there and that'll allow you to take it apart. Plan on throwing the plastic away and buying new plastic, not a big deal. You're only a few $100 to reskin one. The skin lasts for about 6 years if you buy good shit. You could totally do it. Or for $2,500, $3,000, you could order one directly from Farmer's Friend or Remol or any of those places. And in about 6 weeks, a semi-truck will show up and bring all your shit to you right on a little pallet. Hi, Amanda, you should join John on the podcast. We haven't done a podcast. We haven't done a podcast in years. Saw a video about pneumonia. Death rates are the same that they were 100 years ago. You might live a few weeks long, but the death rate is the same. It is a war on me. It is a war on your freedoms, really, at the deepest depths of it. It's all about you having less choices. And then division as well. Texas Roadhouse was out of prime rib, but they had a ribeye. The oilless pump will never pump oil into your food or the air. I didn't see Don's comment. What's the difference in the harvest right with the pump features? Don, so you have to service the other pumps. We have an oilless pump, and I've got all kinds of friends that have bought these fucking things, and they're like, well, I'm going to save the $1,000. Every one of them has had a problem with their pump, and we've had ours longer. We've had ours longer than any of our friends that bought these things. And I told them from the beginning, don't buy a small or a medium because you're going to want the large. And every one of them bought the small or the medium and then is trying to sell it to buy a large. None of them bought the oilless pump because it's like $1,000 more. You don't have to maintain it. You don't have to filter your oil. Oil can never come through the system. You hear all these horror stories in these fucking groups. We haven't had a single one of those problems. None at all. Buy the large. Buy the proper cart that they recommend from Uline. The cart's like $275. This is an investment. And if you don't fuck around and you just buy the right shit from the beginning and you're not fucking lazy, you can pay for that motherfucker in 1 month. You can have it paid off, 100% recoup. They both use a vacuum system to work. Autoclave uses heat and steam. Freeze dryer freezes what's inside. Built our own with cattle panels. What do we, oh, the greenhouse? Those work okay until they don't. We had built those too. Now, I'm sure you've reinforced it and shit. We use cattle panels. We ran 2x6s underneath as a main beam support, 4x4s to the top. We still had shift. We had rail ties on the sides of both, 2 courses high to hold them in place. So they're kind of under tension in both directions. But when we had snow and ice, they caved into the side. And then we stood it back up, reinforced it more, and then it caved in again the next year. I wanted something that could not ever cave in. And for all the money we spend on shit, not us, I mean all of you, everybody. For all the money, for the guy saying he can't afford a $3,000 greenhouse, what he means, and I'm not talking to Don, same guy that can't afford a $4,500 freeze dryer. What he means is he doesn't want to put that money into that item because that means he can't buy a $1,000 AR-15 and some bullets and some other cool shit, right? The difference is, while everybody's waiting for society collapse, I'm showing you all the bullshit I've bought, right? You know what gets used the most? The gym equipment gets used a lot. Fitness, because you're not shit without it. The freeze dryer gets used all the time because we make fucking money from it. The vacuum sealer gets used all the time because we make money from it, and it also long run is cheaper to put things up, right? The greenhouse, it's never going to collapse. I have a 50-foot greenhouse. I think it's 50 foot. I can keep tractors, four-wheelers. I can put anything I want to out there. We have plants growing in it right now, even though it's fucking 10 degrees outside right now, probably. Tomorrow morning, those plants will be looking fucking awesome because we're growing winter crop stuff right now. But all the fun shit, right? All those fucking backpacks and all those knives and all those stoves, all these fucking dirt bikes we talked the wife into getting, right? We need this dirt bike, baby. And I think I want you to feel like it's more okay for me to have them, so I'm going to buy one you can ride too. But you see where they're sitting? They're over here behind all this shit. So those are excuses. What that means is you're impatient and you don't want to put your money into that. Because the guy buying the freeze dryer, you could easily make your money on that. The guy buying the fucking greenhouse, take cuttings off your plants, start rooting them now, have them ready to sell come spring. And you got to tell the story, right? Hey guys, when Walmart and Lowe's and Tractor Supply all has fruit trees and they're sitting there blooming, they're beautiful, right? When you put them in the ground, they go dormant, and that fucking tree, it shocks the shit out of that tree. The time to plant that tree is while it's still cool. So what I've done for you is I have taken my fig trees that have proven to be awesome on this property for 6 years now. So I know I have a good variety for our area. I've taken clippings of these, I've rooted them, and I've put them in 2-gallon pots for you. And in the next 2 months here, it is totally the time to plant these suckers. And in spring, they're going to put on all kinds of growth, and you'll probably even get figs off of them this year. And I have them ready to go for you. I'll even come out to your property and help you put them in if you buy fucking 20 or more of them. But you got to tell the story with a little video, right? And you put them in all your local Facebook groups, your local farmer groups, your local gardener groups, your local groups. And by local, I mean 200 miles in a circumference around you. So you can sell as many as you produce. And in that greenhouse, I could produce probably 20,000 of them. So can you not recoup $3,500 on the greenhouse? Absolutely you can. You could plant them all in one weekend. It would take you a lot of hours, but if you have kids, you could have them ready to go. Same thing with the fish. You buy your butterfly koi. We could totally do trout in the cold season. We could do bluegill, brim, shell crackers, bass. You can buy all that shit. Guess where you can buy it from? Right off Amazon. Atlanta koi, I think that's where we buy it from. You can do shrimp, freshwater shrimp. You can do crawdads. But the beauty of the koi is, right, you buy these butterfly koi, 3-inch, 4-inch. I think they're like $10 a piece. If you buy bulk, you get them cheaper. But you just feed them. All I want is the shit and the piss that comes from the feed. Now, I use a non-GMO, non-soy feed. It's very expensive. But my fish right now are about 12 inches long. Do you know how much I can sell a 12-inch koi for them for? To a poor man, he don't give a shit. But to one of these yuppies in Nashville, you know, with the $100,000 pond at his $2-3 million estate, and there's a lot of them, they'll give you $400 or $500 for these things. You just have to connect it, tell the story, tell him what you have, why he wants it, and how it's limited and he can only have it for this amount of time. Plant in January, February. Spray dormant oil as needed. Not familiar with dormant oil. Some of the best fruit trees are from Tractor Supply. Mark Taft, buddy, I agree with you, man. I bought trees from fastgrowingtrees.com. Supposed to be awesome, right? I'm sure they are. Expensive trees. I bought a lot of fucking $100, $120 fruit trees. Bare root. Fucking every one of them didn't do shit on the property. Best ones we've had are Tractor Supply, Lowe's, and Walmart. And it's probably because they're only selling trees right there that are best for your area. But all the trees here that are alive, and then I've got a guy, you know how you reproduce blueberries? You just take cuttings and you root them in gravel or sand, moist, and he has a sprayer that sprays a little mist every 15 minutes. And when they get a little bigger, he puts them into a potting soil mix in a pot. And you buy 1-year-old or 2-year-old. I bought an entire trailer load of them. I bought about $1,000 worth of blueberry plants. They're here on the property. Josh helped me plant them, and they're doing awesome. Urban Farmer have organic gin. Urban Farmer have organic seeds. I will have to check them out. Did we get snow? I couldn't tell you how much snow we got because by the time I woke up, the snow was gone. There's little patches of it here and there. It all turned to water, and the ground is completely saturated here. So it's fucking a soupy, muddy mess here. Saw an Urban Health store selling cordwood, $8 a piece. Yeah. That's just it, man. You find the farmer that owns the falling down shit out in the pasture, and you buy that from him for however, hey, I'll haul this off for you, and then you take that shit and you sell it. You need plant tree varieties that are for your local climate. Absolutely you do. But everything I bought was. Put an I-beam down the middle, hold the snow right on. I've been Beetlejuiced. Gotta love DeWalt tools. I have DeWalt tools. I bought some more Milwaukee tools tonight, as a matter of fact. Milwaukee's full on in the lawn tools now, as is DeWalt. And Home Depot had a whole section of both. Thought I was going to walk here. I bought a DeWalt chainsaw. I'm buying a few of these Pittsburgh tool sets. These are from Harbor Freight. The reason we're going with those is they have almost everything anybody would ever need to do on the property, and we will hand an employee an entire toolkit, and when he brings it back, we will check it to make sure all the tools are there. We've just been having, no matter who works here, how awesome they are, all of my tools disappear. I have bought so many fucking tools over and over to replace the missing ones, and they've never been found, which means they're just going home. Whether it's on purpose or not, it doesn't matter. The end outcome is the same. Great luck with avocado trees. We can't do avocado here. Ever think about wood cook stove for the tiny house? We absolutely have. We're actually adding some wood stoves in here as well as the tiny houses. Made chili and French onion soup. That sounds awesome. Local pawn shop. The Milwaukee chainsaw is pretty great. Had one for a couple. I've seen some good reviews on them. The Milwaukee chainsaw is only 20 volts though, right? It runs on the M18. It's only 20 volts. The DeWalt is 60 volts, and I believe there's an 80 volt DeWalt now too. Jeff had a 40 volt, and it outperformed all of our gas saws. That motherfucker, and I tell people the story, and they don't believe it. I'm like, you got to see it to believe it. It is fucking crazy how well that DeWalt saw performed. Before I plant anything, I have a soil test done. Super cheap, absolutely. You can just mail them off yourself and do them. Gas or better powered saw? I'm not sure what you're asking. The Milwaukee chainsaw pretty good. People at the pawn shop. Great luck. Everything is a wood cook stove. Saw Urban Health food store. All right, guys, I'm going to get off of here in just a minute. If there's something we want to discuss or talk about, throw that out there real fast. If there's something I missed, throw that back out there. Oh, battery. Different applications, man. I can go back here and show you 10 gas-powered saws right now. I've got a battery-powered saw. I loved it until I bent the bar. We were cutting some wood that was leaning the wrong direction, and it pinched it. And trying to get it out, I bent the bar. There's no replacement parts for the Cobalt saws. I mean, you can buy a bar, but for the most part, Lowe's warranty program is to give you a new one, and they don't carry it anymore. So the Milwaukee gets good results. I've already got a lot of batteries for it. I'm not cutting up firewood and shit with it. I'm just cutting off little limbs on the four-wheeler trails and stuff. So it'll be nice to just throw it in the basket on a four-wheeler. Nick had his steel saw out here, ran the shit out of it the other day, ran fucking awesome. I don't know, it's your call. It's quiet. There's something to that. I bought all the battery-powered lawn tools Cobalt had, which gave me like 6 big batteries. I've got a lawnmower. And the thought was if we ever need to just not draw as much attention to ourselves, although we're still going to, but we could go mow clover, because I plant a ton of clover. We could mow clover, put it in a bag, take it right to the rabbits, not have to worry with gas. Did you hear 200 doctors sent a letter to Spotify? Yeah, I've heard that. Spotify told them to fuck off. Did you hear that? They make too much money. And who are those doctors? Like, what doctors? Give me one of those fucking 200 doctors that when you type his name in has done fucking anything. Because all the doctors Rogan's having on, and there's a lot of them, and Bongino and Tim Pool and all those guys, when you type their names in, they have a lot of fucking accolades to their names. Some of them are Nobel Peace Prize winners. Some of them invented the mRNA vaccines, right? So I'd say fuck those 200 doctors. Show me one that's fucking done anything that has anything behind his name. But yes, I did see it. The one I just bought, Chuck. The one I just bought is a battery powered, and it's a Milwaukee. I'm talking back and forth with a lot of guys on social media that their whole YouTube channels are Milwaukee. So I'm really buying all these tools so we can do some tool reviews on them and also tag them in social media. The Milwaukee owners groups are huge on social media. I have friends that swear by Milwaukee. I got guys that come in here and work on our vehicles and everything they own is red. And they swear by them. They could have anything they want and they buy Milwaukee. So what that allows me to do is to do videos with our tool bags and show our product with Milwaukee and put our product in front of all of the Milwaukee owners' eyeballs. Plus, I feel it's a great product, and we're going to find out. I like DeWalt stuff. I've got a ton of it. There's a lot of DeWalt stuff in this garage here. Here's a bunch sitting right here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 pieces right there. DeWalt. I've got an equal amount of red stuff now, Milwaukee. So we can do some head-to-head reviews on the same similar tools, right? Milwaukee chainsaw, I like a lot. Do 20-inch trees. The only thing is it overheats the batteries if you keep cutting for long periods. So Jeff had a 40 volt, and we ran that motherfucker literally till the battery was dead enough that it wasn't, cutting right, and he would just pop another battery in there. You got to add bar oil. It has a built-in chain sharpener. Has a built-in chain sharpener. It just sends the sparks out, sharpens the chain. And I was impressed with just the built-in sharpener. And man, we had a couple Echo saws, like commercial brand, prosumer Echoes. We had a Pro Husqvarna, and then we had some 450, 455 Ranchers. His saw outperformed every one of our fucking gas saws. All day. DeWalt close second. Man, Steve, I think the fit and finish and the ergonomics on the DeWalt, I think they stomped the Milwaukee. I think they shit all over the Milwaukee. Performance-wise, I don't notice a difference in it. But the fit and the finish, you look at that Milwaukee tool, and it looks like an old Makita tool from 25, 30 years ago. And ergonomically, the DeWalt feels way fucking better in the hand. Power-wise, I don't notice a difference. I like red and black. Looking at lawn Milwaukee tools. Had a new blower. Yeah, I saw the blower tonight. And a string trimmer. Their string trimmers are highly underpowered. I've used a lot of the string trimmers. And really if you want the absolute best in power tools, I think the steel stomps everything out there. If you want to go into a line of power tools, I don't think you could ever go wrong with the steel. And usually when you see guys doing comparisons and shit, the steel tools aren't in there because they're so fucking far beyond this shit they compare. Plus, I think that all those other companies send out samples for these guys with the big channels, and I don't think steel sends anything out. You can't even buy steel at a box store or anything. Have you heard anything about cleaning your blood from the shot? I have. Yes, I have. How about just don't take the shot if we're worried about cleaning it? Red Max string trimmers are the best in performance. I've never heard of them. Maybe I have. I think I have a Red Max hedge trimmer. It was a Red Max. Metabo here and there at ridiculous low prices. Right on. Been looking for a micro rig while you've been watching. What kind of micro rig you want, Chad? I have OD stacked micros right now. Are you right hand, I assume? Most people are. I have 308 micros in OD and green, and I have some subgun micros right now. Small steel weed eater. Put a 14-inch bar on the DeWalt saw. Haven't looked back. Right on. Bought tools for my aunt's estate sale company. I was blown away with some of the tools before my time. Yeah, and the quality, man. The fit and finish on them is just fucking insane. Because people took pride in that shit, right? That was their name. When a lifetime warranty actually meant lifetime warranty. All right, guys, I'm out of here. I can fix that. I like having one brand of cordless, so I don't have to pile chargers. I get it, man. I get it. Look at these are just a couple of chargers here. I've got Hart, I've got DeWalt, I've got Cobalt, and I've got whatever this fucking thing is. Something, I don't know what this is. Right hand 12 gauge micro rig in came. In camo, you mean? I don't have a right hand 12 gauge micro. I might have a Highlander one. I think it's already sold. I think somebody bought it. I've got left hand micro rigs. And that's a small rig. Like, you could totally wear a left hand. There was, for the first 5 years we made these, we never made a left hander. So every left hander used a right hand rig. Craftsman tools. Yeah, oh yeah, and Craftsman is so different than what we have now, right? Lowe's bought Craftsman, bought the name, and then they're all made in China. All right, guys, I'm off of here. Have a good night.